Today I'm in Miami hanging out with Logan and Nick, two young entrepreneurs who have absolutely been killing it in the internet money space. They both come from humble beginnings, built up the personal brands online, and now are running multiple businesses and living the life that a lot of 20-year-olds wish they were. We talked about what it took for them to get to where they are, and I got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of this growing young generation that is getting rich online and taking over these big cities and having a lot of fun while they're doing it, which we did, so enjoy. You guys want to take a step back and just tell me a little bit about your story? How old are you? Where are you from? How did you end up in Miami here?
So we're both 24, both born in November 1998. How I got here is, I grew up, I was in high school, whatever, like I played a bunch of sports and I ended up seeing football is like the thing that I really can be good at. I ended up playing FCS college football. I mean, I loved football, but I don't think I loved it as much as I thought I did. And then from there I was in college and it just felt kind of soul sucking, And I saw the online space back then, 2017, 2018, and it was a new thing, and I just saw these people fuck, this kid's a dipshit. And he's like, I travel and make 50 grand a month, and I'm like, bro, no fucking
it's
shot.
So funny how people like that just disappear.
Yeah, he's just gone from the face of the earth. It's just, I don't know, I saw it and I was like, damn, I can do this. And just pretty much ripped it, I wanted to do that. I had a lot of experience in the health space from just me being a nerd, me having Graves' disease at 15, which is an autoimmune illness that I got off all the medicine just from changing my lifestyle and learning more about it. Yeah, I wanted to do e-com in some capacity. First business was trying to drop ship. Didn't work out, and then realizing that, holy shit, I'm 19 and poor, probably don't want to sink money into inventory or ads. I should probably do something that just takes my time up. So then got into the service side of the internet marketing space. I worked for Knees Over Toes Guy back in 2019. And I worked for Jared, who we just had on our podcast, and did e-com stuff with him for a year. And then during that time, I was building my personal brand on Twitter and just putting out a lot of great health info. And from there, I started my fitness company and realizing I'm really good at fitness, but I'm really good at marketing and sales and stuff like that. And so it naturally kind of progressed into, that was a further extension of my skill set, what we're doing now with Launch Socials, and you can kind of give your side of it.
I always thought I wanted to build a business. First it was sports management something, but I want to own the practice. I always knew I wanted to own the thing. I go to college because for some reason I was I have to be here to start a business. 17, 18-year-old kid, I have to be at college to start a business and make money, and I obviously didn't. And I realized that after about the first month there. So then the next month I'm start researching things. I'm like, well, what can I do? I'm watching Gary Vee videos. You don't have to fucking stay at college, don't hate your life.
You're literally gonna live 4 more lives.
Papers due, I said, fuck it. And I go submit the dropout thing, call my dad, I'm like, I dropped out, come get me. And I started selling cars. I got a job selling cars at a local Chevy dealership. I did all right, but that was a huge shift. And while I was there, I dove deeper into the online stuff. And that's when it started to come full circle. So I started all the stores. I started 7 stores. All of them failed. I mean, some made sales, but they didn't make much profit. That's kind of how it started, because I was paying Instagram pages to promote my products. And then I'm paying these pages and I'm like, fuck it. I'm not making profit with this. It's been 5 months. Why don't I just become, maybe 7 months actually, 7, 8 months. Why don't I just become the pages? Why don't I just start IG pages? Started a page. Started another page, kind of failed, whatever. Found the business entrepreneur niche, started reposting content. 100K followers first 4 months, and that's just when things took off. I was doing that, and then just double down. Started really making the online money, and then started an agency growing personal brands off of that traffic. And then that agency has really transitioned into what we're doing now with Launch Socials, which is kind of coaching, done for you, agency-ish, filming, etc.
Can you guys say how much you're bringing in off of the agencies and all the businesses?
Close to 100.
A month?
Yeah. The agency did pretty much almost 6 figures a month, roughly. It ebbed and flowed, right, above and below it for about a year and a half.
So when you guys get to a point where you are today, we're in a condo in Miami, you have this dope view. For a lot of people in this space, they would say once you get here, I've made it.
I think about this.
Bro, I feel like I'm in the trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna ask. Sitting here right now, do you just feel like it raises the bar?
I think there has to be like there's a duality to it, right? On one hand, I was thinking about this last night. On one hand, I'm happy and I'm satisfied with how I've done and what I've done, etc. And I look back, and it's like, wow, that's a big gap from when I was 18 in college. We were just talking about it, didn't know anything. I'm looking at these guys. I'm selling cars. I'm stuck in the dealership with all these guys that are just like doing drugs, divorced, depressed, whatever. And then I'm here, right? And this is great. But there's always a level above that. Like you can look back, but you have to also look forward and say, I know tons of people that make way more money than me. What are they doing that's different? How can I get to their level?
100%. Like I feel like I've made it in the sense that I get to. I mean, there's always going to be things you don't want to do or don't necessarily super love, right? That's just a part of life. But like I feel like I've made it in the sense that I get to wake up and genuinely do things that I love pretty much every day, and like I just really kind of enjoy that. I'm very grateful for that process. I'm grateful for the environment that I'm in. But then on that like duality flip side, I will never make it also because there's nowhere to make it too. I'm just gonna keep doing this stuff.
You're talking about how a lot of these guys, these dropshipping guys, are running ads back then. They're here
Disappeared.
and then they disappear.
Yeah.
So how do you, because a lot of guys in the space, it's quick money, right? You might get lucky with a dropshipping store, you know, make a shit ton of money in your first couple months, but then, you know, that money might dry up. So how do you stay like relevant?
If you want to have longevity, like I definitely when I dropped out, I definitely like wanted to make quick money. You know what I mean? Like I saw the carrot on this, 20K a month. You know, like fuck, I could do whatever I want, whatever. And like that's cool and that's okay. That's an okay reason to get started. Like there's nothing wrong with having some sort of selfish, self-starting ambition. I don't think, but to me, the way to have longevity, like at the same time when I did do that and I dropped out, I was willing to say like, I don't care if this doesn't work for the next 10 years.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep ripping shots.
Super detached
like,
from the outcome.
Like I really just don't care at this point. Like I've burned every bridge, so to speak, and it was just like, okay, like this is what I'm doing and I'm gonna do it until it works, and I don't care if I'm 35 trying to make it work, I'm gonna still keep doing it. And so I think that's a piece of it, and just like, yeah, having that detachment. But I also think too, like really, you know, like most people they don't want to actually be really good at something, you know, they just want the result of being really good at something.
Yeah.
And like now at this point, or after I got like a little taste of what it looks like to get results or have some success or whatever, like I just really want to be good at the things that I do.
So after that, we went for a little drive. Logan and Nick showed me around some of their favorite spots in Miami Beach, which after this trip is one of my favorite places in America for sure. We got some really bomb food and we talked about the company that they're running together. So you guys were talking about how you have a very similar story coming here and then meeting up in Miami, and now you guys have partnered up on a new project. So what is that project?
So our company is called Launch Socials, and you know, like I built my fitness companies because I had one with a partner, and then we went in different ways, and I like relaunched it under just my brand. And I built that really because I put out really, really good social media content, and I understood, and then through like doing all of that, I learned how to like make sales and like run the product, and just like learned a ton doing that. And then Nick,
I had the agency and I built the pages. So we were building these exact brands that we teach people, and actually there's a lot of elements that we do for people inside Launch Socials. I've been building these exact brands for 4 years, 5 years. So we kind of like bundled up all those elements and put them into this program that we think is the ultimate solution for people that want to build a brand on social media. They want to sell something, they want to make a lot of money doing it. Well, we have the formula because we've done it for 5 years. We've just bundled it up into something that's consumable and tangible for people to use.
What do you think's like the keys to being able to build a brand online?
you know, I think one thing that we do and that we try to do is like not have it be, you know, this like tactical thing, because like we were talking about earlier, like that always changes, right? And like we want to understand like the timeless principles that will continue to make this stuff work, whether every social media app that exists right now dies, like we're fine, because then we just go to wherever you know, the people congregate there and we understand the principles so we can just make it work, you know? Like if Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and all these, like if they all went away tomorrow, like I wouldn't care because I would just figure out, you know, what the new thing is, and then I understand the principles so we can make that work, and like really helping people take that and put it into their brand and really just like encapsulating all the mistakes that we've made, because we've done it, you know, we've been around a ton of different businesses at this point for either of us, and we built our own brands and we've done all this shit, and it's just like, how can we give someone that so that they don't have to make all those mistakes?
Okay, I got a little bit of a fun question for you guys. You guys have been in these circles of these e-com guys that are around here. Are there any fakers? Is there anybody who is pretending to live a lifestyle they're not actually living?
I think let's just distinguish like e-com guys. Like to me, e-com means like drop shipping, like e-com brand, physical product.
You
like
know, the store on Shopify or
Yeah.
do Amazon.
Online, but like the online money space, is there fakers? I tend not to associate myself with fakers, but there's fakers in every corner of this thing, bro.
100%.
In every industry.
Yeah, there's definitely like some fakers, some scammers, whatever. Like, but there's actually like most people that are doing the online money stuff are like actually like just doing, they're building like cool shit and they know good stuff, and you should definitely like absolutely like vet who you're going to take advice from and make sure they are that person. And
It's like the duality thing again that we talked about earlier. Both sides of the coin are true.
I think the bigger thing is just like a lot of people are, you know, playing characters that aren't real, you know? It's not that they're necessarily like what they do is not real, but they're just like playing up a persona that maybe isn't totally them, I guess. But I don't know. I've also met like so many, like all my friends,
So many great people.
like really just genuinely awesome people.
Overall, super positive space.
Yeah.
Overall, super positive.
So speaking of meeting guys who you saw coming up, and now you guys are sitting down and getting to talk to them, how do you get to network with all these guys?
Personal brand. That's just the answer. Like, it's not me trying to sell our program or anything like that. It's like we grew our personal brands and we've done something real and we're authentic about it. Because when you approach it, right, you don't approach it as a fan. You approach it as you're on their level, because you are on their level. We've built big businesses, right? We've made millions of dollars. Like, it's the same thing. So we approach it with confidence and we're on their level. It's like they appreciate that a lot.
All right, guys, so we've talked a lot about business and just a lot of inspiration for the people watching, I think. But what do we have going on for the rest of the day?
I'm going to go see my family. My family's in town. It's good to see them. I haven't seen them in a couple
The
months.
rest of the day,
But you're going on a boat.
yeah, we gotta slide actually, because we gotta leave. We gotta go drive to the marina, and
Alcoholics here.
There you go.
I'm gonna have a tasteful 7 or 8 drinks, just a little buzz, you know, nothing crazy. I'm not gonna get drunk.
All right, Logan, where are we at? What are we doing?
We're on the boat, man. Doing a little bit of extracurricular tanning.
This is what every day looks like?
I wish. There's a lot more. Not every day is a boat party, but we do have a little bit of fun. It's good for your soul and your mindset.
I can tell you my problems.
So we spent the next couple hours enhancing our mindsets.
My stylist. Brokenness feeling like sin. Not no breath, low dollar.
All right, Logan, thank you for the day, bro. Thanks for showing me around Miami
course,
and the
brother.
lifestyle that you guys live. This is
Amazing to have you.
Yeah, this has been an amazing day. If you guys want to go check out Logan and Nick, you can check out all the links in the description.
You could be here if you join Launch Socials.
Join Launch Socials. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.